I'm Dr. DeBusk, and in this video I'm going to discuss nitrogen metabolism. Nitrogen does not occur as a component of rock matrices, nor as a contaminant in rock. The most abundant source of nitrogen is the atmospheric gas N2. This nitrogen must be converted to chemically active forms. This process, called nitrogen metabolism, consists of nitrogen fixation, mineralization, nitrification, and nitrogen assimilation. Nitrogen fixation is the conversion of N2 gas into ammonium. The energy of a lightning strike passing through air converts N2 to a useful form that dissolves in rain. Nitrogen-fixing bacteria and cyanobacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen using the enzyme nitrogenase. Cyanobacteria are common components of most soils, although usually they are quite inconspicuous. These are colonies of the Cyanobacterium nostoc. The colony swells and fixes nitrogen rapidly when wet, but it becomes dormant and crispy when dry. The largest of these nostoc cells are the heterocysts, which carry out nitrogen fixation. The nitrogen they fix is used in their own metabolism and becomes available to plants and fungi only when they die and their bodies decay. Other nitrogen-fixing organisms live symbiotically, growing inside tissue of host ferns and seed plants. The best-known examples are root nodules on legumes such as alfalfa. The nodules are growths of root tissues whose cells contain bacteria of the genus Rhizobium. Consequently, alfalfa plants can grow well in poor soil and produce protein-rich leaves, which are especially nutritious as animal feed. The rate at which a plant prokaryote symbiosis fixes nitrogen is strongly influenced by the stage of development of the plant. As much as 90% of all nitrogen fixation and symbiosis occur during seed development. Ammonification or mineralization is the process by which microbes decompose organic nitrogen from manure, organic matter, and crop residues into ammonium. Because it is a biological process, rates of mineralization vary with soil temperature, moisture, and the amount of oxygen in the soil. Immobilization is the reverse of mineralization. All living things require nitrogen. Therefore, microorganisms in the soil compete with crops for nitrogen. Immobilization refers to the process in which nitrate and ammonium are taken up by soil organisms and therefore become unavailable to crops. Certain soil bacteria are nitrifying bacteria. Some oxidize ammonium to nitrite, others oxidize nitrite to nitrate. Nitrification adversely affects plants because plants must use ATP to reduce nitrate back to ammonium. Certain bacteria reduce nitrate to gaseous nitrogen, denitrification, rendering it useless to plants. Nitrogen assimilation is the incorporation of ammonium into organic molecules in the plant. Glutamate-mediated transfers of amino groups incorporate nitrogen into the plant's metabolism and synthesize all the amino acids, nucleotides, chlorophyll, and many more compounds. Nitrogen assimilation usually occurs in roots, the site of either absorption of nitrate or ammonium, or transfer of ammonium from symbiotic prokaryotes. Soils in bogs and swamps have very little nitrogen available because of nitrifying and denitrifying bacteria. Many bog-adapted carnivorous plants get reduced nitrogen by catching animals. Ant plants are flowering plants and ferns that also obtain reduced nitrogen from the fecal matter and dead bodies of ants that live in specialized areas of the plant. Rather than trapping and harming the ants, the plants provide living space. Therefore, this relationship is mutually beneficial and is said to be mutualistic. All parts of a plant, except for seeds, store minerals in soluble form in the central vacuoles of cells. Nitrogen is converted to compounds with multiple amino groups. Phosphates, sulfates, and other mineral nutrients are simply sequestered in the same forms in which they are used. Seeds store minerals as polymerized forms, usually in protein bodies. In conclusion, nitrogen requires processing before it can be absorbed by plants. Some plants obtain their nitrogen from animals. Once in the plant, minerals may be stored for a short or extended period.